Did you know that the average American generates about 4.9 pounds of trash every day? That's nearly 1,800 pounds a year. If everyone on Earth lived like Americans, we would need 4 Earths to sustain our way of life. Shocking, right? Now, let's get one thing straight. Going vegan is a fantastic choice for many, but it's not the only way to save the planet. It might surprise you to learn that diet alone can only cut carbon emissions by about 28%. What about the other 72%? This is where the real conversation starts. In this video, we'll explore eye-opening facts about sustainability that go beyond just food choices. We'll dive into how your home, shopping habits, and community can make a bigger impact. You'll discover clever tips for reducing waste, how to spot greenwashing in products, and why your daily habits matter more than you think. So buckle up. We're about to challenge everything you thought you knew about living sustainably. It's time to think bigger and act smarter. Let's jump in. Chapter 1: The Great Vegan Myth. Why it's not the only solution. Let's get one thing clear. Going vegan is great, but it's not a magic bullet for saving the planet. Yes, cutting meat and dairy can lower your carbon footprint, but it's just one piece of a much bigger puzzle. A 2018 study published in Science found that even if everyone in the world went vegan, global carbon emissions would only drop by about 28%. That's significant, but it leaves a lot of emissions untouched. Here's the thing, our daily actions impact the planet in so many ways that food alone can't fix. Transportation, home energy use, and consumption habits also contribute massively to environmental harm. For example, did you know that the average household in the US emits more CO2 from electricity use than from eating meat? In fact, shifting to renewable energy or energy-efficient appliances could cut emissions faster than changing your diet. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that being vegan is enough, but in reality, it's part of a broader lifestyle shift. As author Jonathan Safran Foer puts it in his book We Are the Weather, We Are the Flood, and We Are the Ark. Our choices, big and small, shape the world's future. It's not just about what's on your plate, but also about what's powering your home and how you get from place to place. Chapter 2: Your home is the new frontier. Sustainable housing hacks. Your home has more potential to help the planet than you might think. Small changes to how we live in our homes can lead to big results. One of the most effective strategies is improving energy efficiency. According to the US Department of Energy, improving home insulation can reduce heating and cooling costs by 20%. Less energy consumption means fewer greenhouse gases. Think about passive solar design, for example. It's a concept where homes are designed to naturally heat and cool themselves by using the sun's energy. You don't need to live in a new, high-tech building to take advantage of this. Simple tweaks like placing plants near windows, using light-colored curtains to reflect sunlight, or installing solar panels can make a huge difference. Another overlooked strategy is indoor food gardening. Growing your own herbs or vegetables can help reduce the need for transportation emissions from grocery shopping. Even if you live in an apartment, vertical gardens or window boxes can give you a mini greenhouse effect. Consider switching to energy-efficient appliances too. The Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, notes that using Energy Star-rated products can save the average household over $100 per year in energy bills while cutting down carbon emissions. When it comes to creating a sustainable living space, every little change adds up. Don't just think of your home as a place to live, see it as an ecosystem you can fine-tune for a greener future. Chapter 3: The Power of Micro Habits. Small changes, massive impact. Sustainability doesn't require massive lifestyle overhauls. Micro habits, small, everyday actions, can have a huge impact over time. One example? Digital decluttering. It sounds surprising, but the more data we store, the more energy data centers use. Data centers account for about 2% of global carbon emissions, roughly the same as the aviation industry. Deleting old files, unused apps, and emails helps reduce your digital footprint. Another often overlooked micro habit is mindful water consumption. It's more than just turning off the tap while brushing your teeth. Simple steps like installing low-flow showerheads or collecting rainwater for gardening can help you save thousands of gallons of water each year. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, the average family can save 2,700 gallons of water annually by installing WaterSense labeled products. Transportation habits can be micro too. Driving less often is the obvious answer, but even small adjustments like properly inflating your tires can improve fuel efficiency by 3%. Over time, that adds up, both for your wallet and the environment. Think about second-hand first as a mindset shift. Instead of buying new items, whether it's clothes, electronics, or furniture, try looking for second-hand options. The fashion industry alone contributes 10% of global carbon emissions. Thrift shopping or participating in clothing swaps reduces demand for new products and cuts back on waste. A little mindset shift in how you shop can make a world of difference. Each of these micro habits may seem tiny, but together they contribute to a more sustainable lifestyle. Author James Clear, in his book Atomic Habits, says, "Success is the product of daily habits, not once-in-a-lifetime transformations." The same is true for sustainability. Small steps, done consistently, can lead to big results. If you're enjoying these insights, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join our community and stay updated on all things sustainable living. Chapter 4, The Waste We Ignore, Fast Fashion's Silent Destruction. Most of us are aware of the environmental impacts of plastic, but what about the clothes we wear? Fast fashion is one of the most overlooked environmental culprits. The fashion industry contributes to about 10% of global carbon emissions, more than all international flights and maritime shipping combined. And it's not just carbon. Producing a single cotton t-shirt can use up to 2,700 liters of water, enough for one person's drinking needs for 2.5 years. What's the solution? First, consider quality over quantity. Buying fewer, better-made clothes can dramatically reduce waste. A 2017 study by the Ellen MacArthur Foundation revealed that the average person buys 60% more clothing today than they did 15 years ago, yet keeps it for half as long. Changing this habit can make a big difference. Instead of buying a cheap shirt that will last a season, invest in pieces that are durable and timeless. Second-hand shopping is also a great option. Platforms like Depop, Poshmark, and ThredUp make it easier than ever to buy gently used clothing. By extending the life of clothes, you reduce the need for new items and keep textiles out of landfills. According to The Conscious Closet by Elizabeth L. Klein, buying second-hand extends the life of a garment by 2.2 years, which cuts its environmental impact by 24%. Another strategy is to embrace clothing swaps with friends or even within your community. You don't always need to buy something new. Swapping clothes gives new life to old pieces, reduces waste, and can even save you money. Remember, every time you purchase or swap for second-hand, you're making a conscious choice to slow down fast fashion. Chapter 5, Greenwashing Exposed, Brands, Lies, and Conscious Consumerism. We've all seen brands slap an eco-friendly label on their products, but how often is that claim legit? Greenwashing is when companies use deceptive marketing to make their products seem more environmentally friendly than they actually are. It's a real problem, especially when we're trying to make conscious choices. According to a 2021 report by Changing Markets Foundation, 60% of claims made by major fashion brands on sustainability were found to be misleading. So how do you spot greenwashing? First, beware of vague terms. Words like natural, green, or eco mean very little unless backed by real data or certifications. Look for specific certifications like Fair Trade, B Corp, or Cradle to Cradle. These offer more credibility than a company simply saying their product is sustainable. Another tip is to investigate the supply chain. Is the company transparent about where their materials come from? Many companies hide the real cost of their operations, from water use to labor practices. If a brand doesn't provide clear information, that's a red flag. As consumers, we have power. By supporting genuinely sustainable brands, we can shift the market toward better practices. Books like Let My People Go Surfing by Patagonia founder Yvonne Chouinard give insight into how companies can prioritize people and planet over profit. Chouinard's philosophy is that the most responsible way to sell a product is to ensure that it lasts a long time and causes minimal harm. If more brands followed this model, the impact would be huge. If you found this content valuable, please subscribe for more tips and insights on living sustainably. Together, we can make a difference, one step at a time.